My dogs have it really, really hard. Poor things. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mastication Station. It's me, Sade, and today I am having pasta Primavera, and I am having I believe these patties, it's turkey, and this one is tomato bruschetta, so it's got basil and tomato and lots of Italian seasoning. I've had this before, it's super duper good. What I like to do, it's open face right now, I actually drizzle a little bit of balsamic reduction on it, and it makes it even a better. Boom. To drink, I have some kombucha. This is my favorite one right now, Mystic Mango. It's so good. Okay, my Primavera, I made it with whole grain noodles as usual, and the squash in here was actually from my sister's garden, and they got huge. She's growing zucchini and squash, and they are ginormous. All right, so I'm gonna get some of this. Vegetables I put in here were the squash, some mushrooms, fire roasted red peppers, asparagus, and some thinly sliced jalapenos. The asparagus and squash still have a little bit of crunch to them. They're so good. I like my vegetables still with a little bit of texture, because if not, then it's just a bowl of mush. I'm letting the patty cool down a little bit. Throw it in the air fryer, of course. It's really good. I actually found this recipe on YouTube. Can't remember the name, but it was this old, like, Italian man. I want to say his name was Osara? I know it starts with an O. I know that. And it looked so good. All right, let's take a bite. Of course, don't have any buns. So good. So I figured I would talk about some of the channels that I've been obsessed with lately. Of course, I always watch Stephanie Sue on a regular. Just watched her new one about the little girl that was she was an actress. Did the voice for Ducky on The Land Before Time. That's what I remember her the most for. That she was murdered by her father. That's crazy. squash is so good. But yeah, I just watched that one from Stephanie. But another channel that I've been watching a lot of, unfortunately for Derek, is The Terrell Show. I love that show. The music in it. I'm just all about music. I love music. And yeah. I'm also one of those people, I don't know why, but I can watch the same shows and the same episodes over and over and over again. Like, I rotate between old Stephanie Sue videos, The Terrell Show, and Send Foods with Tim and David. I think I've watched every single Send Foods at least 10 times each. I don't know why. Like, there's so many channels out there, especially like food related channels, because I love watching channels about food, but I don't know, I think it's just their personalities, and I don't know if it's like I know I can't be the only person like this, but like, I have an earbud in right now connected to my phone, well, my headphones. I've got three sets of headphones, wireless and the ones that connect directly to my phone. Even while I was at work, when it was a slow day, I would keep one in because I would continuously have to have some noise in the background. I don't know why. Like, I can't stand sitting in silence. I hate it. So if I'm not watching YouTube, then I put on my Disney Plus and I'll just cycle through movies and just keep, while I'm doing stuff around the house, or even if I'm just sitting here, I have to have noise in my ear. Like, it drives Derek insane, because the other day my phone was actually charging, so I couldn't listen to anything. So because, of course, I have the noise in my ear, it's loud to me. So when he came home, I had a Disney movie playing on the TV in the living room, so freaking loud. I don't know why. Like, my last job, I knew it irritated some of my coworkers, but I didn't do it just to be like, oh, I can do it. I did it because that's the only way I could kind of focus. Like, if I was doing paperwork, I had to do a lot of like repetitive things when it came to paperwork reports and stuff. When I was in that zone doing all that, which could take, a couple of hours, I would have one earbud in, of course, be listening out for my phone, and I would have to have something playing, whether it was a movie or a YouTube channel or music. And I had to, because if it was quiet in there, if I didn't have anything in my ears, and I was just, I couldn't focus, if that makes any sense. Like, I know, like I said, it irritates the crap out of Derek because he comes home and, yeah, we'll chit-chat and stuff, but once he gets home, he gets in the zone of like, okay, I'm home, I'm going to put all my stuff away from my lunchbox, I'm going to go take a shower or blah, blah. He starts getting into his routine once he gets home. So while he's doing that, if I'm not busy doing anything, I've still got that noise in my ear. I just constantly have to have something. When I grocery shop, when I'm going for a walk, when I'm anything. I've always said, like, I just have to have a soundtrack going at all times. I don't know why. I can't do silence. Is that weird? It's probably whenever I was, talking to myself, which I do on a regular, about starting a channel. I was like, well, I love the ASMR channels. That is like when I'm ready to just like relax. I love the ASMR food channels. I was like, maybe I'll do one of those. But once I got into it, I was like, there's no way. I'd need more noise. back to what I was saying before. I've been watching a lot of Terrell because I love the music. I just love his energy. He's so, I love him. David and Tim, they fucking crack me up. And of course, Stephanie. Now, some of the other channels, when I first started watching YouTube, unfortunately, they stopped making content. Y'all might guess who that is. Jenna, Shane. I actually love their channels. I was super duper sad when they stopped making content. Which I'm not gonna dive into that. My birthday's on Monday. Ooh, got too excited. 32. No. I've already got a couple of awesome gifts. Might just show that in a clip at the beginning of the video. For my best friend, for my oldest sister. So cute. Oh, I even got me a little gift for myself. I'll show that too. And yes, I do show favoritism when it comes to my dogs. I try not to, but I do. Just to let you know. It's so good. Like a while back, I did a fried chicken video. It was good. Man, I was hurting. Like even with pasta now. I made this last night actually. I had plenty left over for me because he wanted spaghetti. There's something now about like store brand or just jarred spaghetti sauce. Instant heartburn. Can't do it. I don't know if it's the preservatives or what, but whew, instant heartburn. So he's got about a 3-day supply of spaghetti he has to eat through. And this is the last of mine. So good. And of course, the pasta Primavera has got cherry tomatoes in it also. So once those start to break down and combine with like the olive oil and the garlic and the natural juices that are released from the other vegetables, oh, it makes the sauce so good. So much better than spaghetti sauce. Or what kind did we get? I think it was mushroom and onion. I don't remember what brand it is. But yeah, prepackaged pasta sauce, instant heartburn now. Instant. It was so good. Well, we got some thunderstorms last night, so after the horde went outside for a bathroom break this morning, the whole living room is just muddy footprints everywhere, so which it started sprinkling again once I got back from the store. So I need to check on it once I'm done here. Never stopped. Sweet. Let it dry up a little bit. They're all napping right now, of course. When I first started doing this, oh my god. They would all be surrounding the table and just staring at me. Now they finally realized, oh, well, she ain't gonna give a shit, so. Now they all just nap. The 3 little ones on the couch and the 1 big one on the floor. That's exactly what they're doing right now, is sleeping. which, like I said before, when I first moved in with him, I brought my 2 with me, and he had his 2. He had the dachshund in the lab, and I have the Shih Tzu in the min pin. Mine have always been, he even says it, mine are very, very well behaved. They know that if I'm in the kitchen, especially because the kitchen in this place is super duper small. Like, even if me and him are in there, there's like, we're kind of bumping into each other. There's barely enough room for me and him. So if I'm in the kitchen, or if we're in the kitchen, my 2 know not to go in the kitchen. Because as soon as they try to come around the bar, I'm like, hey, they turn around, they go right back to the living room. So whenever I first moved in, I kind of had to because his were all over the place. As soon as he would go in the kitchen, because he had a really bad habit, I've kind of cut him back on it about giving them, basically, he was making them garbage disposals. Whatever leftover food that he didn't want or whatever, he would give it to them, which is not good for them. So whenever he would go into the kitchen, when I first came here, they were like right behind him. And because mine saw that his were following him into the kitchen, like, oh, we want some too. So all 4 of them would follow him into the kitchen. So it's been 3 years, and all 4 of them have now learned that whenever, especially if I'm in the kitchen, they're not allowed to be in the kitchen. That's just how, I know a lot of people they are like, oh, no, I don't mind if they're there, and, if anything falls, that's fine, whatever. Me, it's a safety thing. Like I said, the kitchen is small. My 2 are very tiny. And if we're moving around in there, they are so bad about getting underneath your feet. Like, she has a habit, the min pin, Maybelle, she has a habit of whenever I'm walking, she likes to jump and, like, paw at my heels. I don't know how many times I've almost tripped, because as I'm walking, she's pawing at my feet to try to get my attention. So whenever I'm in the kitchen, I'm like, no, especially if I'm like got a pot of boiling water or something. No, you do not need to be in the kitchen. So yeah, they've now all learned that if I'm in the kitchen, they do not come into the kitchen. Especially now, since unfortunately I've been out of work. If I'm in the kitchen making me lunch or something, they're all doing exactly what they're doing right now, is they just stay in the living room and they just sleep. That's kind of what they do with me all the time now that I'm here. Like, we just lay around, nap, and watch TV. If I have errands to run, I'll put them up and then come back, and as soon as I come back, we'll do a bathroom swap, and as soon as everybody's comfortable, they just go to sleep. The only time they're like up and crazy and jumping around is whenever he gets home, because they know as soon as he gets home, once he gets out of his clothes, he wants something to snack on. And he doesn't mind that whenever he opens the refrigerator door, all their heads go into the refrigerator, like, oh, what are you gonna get? So that's whenever they're like going crazy, is whenever Derek gets home and they're like, yeah, maybe he's gonna drop something or give me something. But anyway, that was really good. I'm gonna clean up this mess now. Really wasn't as messy as I thought. I basically already cleaned everything up. I just need to wash this. And I guess I will see you on the next one. I might actually have a topic next time. Maybe I'll think of another embarrassing story, because I've got, there's plenty of them. Plenty. Alright guys, well, thanks for joining me. That was delicious, and I will see y'all on the next one.